All right. This shit an hour. Whoo, shit, man. Goddamn. When an insane teen killer makes a detectives or makes detectives snap. Yeah. Shall I explore with us? Let's get into this shit, man. No said. Let's go.
Courtroom clips. The courtroom clips you're witnessing.
Get comfortable, chat. This bitch an hour long.
And though you've probably seen them, no one has ever seen
them.
Hold
on, have I seen this girl before? Why the fuck she look so familiar? Wait, what the fuck? Why the fuck does she look so fucking familiar? I feel like I've seen this clip somewhere
you're witnessing
right here.
Went viral, and though you've
I feel like I've seen this somewhere before.
Probably seen them.
Okay, so I have seen them, right? No shit.
No one has ever seen the shocking exclusive footage we obtained that reveals the full story behind the unpredictable case.
Well, you're one of the most evil person I've ever sat across the table from.
No. You're not getting out of jail. It makes
so Shorty has made the detective snap. I cannot wait to see this.
Sickly sick to look at you.
Do the DNA test that will prove me.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
I watched Forensic Files.
Do you believe everything they put on TV is real? How stupid are you? Yeah. Really, Isabella? Does that make any goddamn sense to you?
Oh, shit.
Stop calling me Isabella.
That's your name.
No, it's not.
You've come in here trying to fucking act like you're so goddamn smart.
This is Isabella Guzman. In approximately 3 seconds, she will be confronted, resulting in one of the strangest moments in an interrogation we've ever seen.
Sir, do you recognize this?
Who are you?
I'm back out here for a second. Do you recognize her?
Yeah, she's my daughter.
What's her name?
Isabella.
What the
fuck?
Is
he insane? My name is Samantha. You're gonna ruin my whole life because I have some random crazy like me.
Your life ended.
I feel like this shit for to be funny. I can't wait for this shit. Come on, let's get it.
You left her to die. Brutally.
Okay.
On a bathroom
I did not murder anyone.
In one of the most brutal acts of violence the state of Colorado has ever seen, a teenage girl viciously takes the
life. Wait. We got 61 followers now. You feel me? Jonas, again, thank you, my nigga, for the follow, my nigga. And by the way, like I said, next stream, I got you. I'm gonna have a fucking Discord for y'all niggas. Y'all stop fucking asking me now. I'm gonna have a Discord. Next stream, I promise, on my life, on my brother, I'm gonna have a Discord.
Of her own mother
just for y'all
inside
niggas.
Their family
Goddamn,
home.
I'm tired of this
It's
shit.
an incomprehensible crime, but what authorities find to be even more disturbing is that the suspect claims to be a completely different person who didn't have anything to do with the gruesome killing.
So
as the unbelievable investigation begins to unfold,
so pretty much
it becomes increasingly apparent that not everything is as it seems, and behind the diabolical act lies a most insane and unpredictable motive.
All you people suck, and that bitch is probably crazy as shit, and she's gonna go kill somebody else.
Oh.
It was a typical summer's evening on Wednesday, August 28th, 2013, in Aurora, Colorado. 47-year-old Yunmi Hoy returned to her home around 9:30, bringing dinner for her husband, 40-year-old Ryan Hoy. Working another tiring day at her photography studio at the Aurora Town Center Mall, she looked forward to spending some time with her family, also consisting of her daughter and Ryan's stepdaughter, 18-year-old Isabella Guzman. However, the teenager had a more sinister agenda for the night. Ryan tells his wife that Isabella is home, but he's unsure of exactly where she is. Yunmi suggests that she and Ryan take a walk after she showers, to which he agrees. Only a few short minutes go by before the unthinkable happens.
Okay.
Ryan is enjoying his dinner when a violent pounding sound begins to shake the house, followed by a haunting scream. He quickly sprints upstairs, where his wife's screams are only intensifying as she calls his name for help. Ryan's adrenaline is racing as he finally reaches the bathroom, but the door is locked. He makes several attempts to break in, but someone is pushing against it, ensuring that they can finish the gruesome act taking place behind the door. Still, Ryan continues trying to get in, hoping to come to his wife's aid. At the same time, he dials 911. It seems almost impossible to break into the room as the sounds of a brutal fight fills the home. But then, Ryan makes a shocking discovery. In the midst of the terrifying ordeal, he's horrified to see blood pouring out from underneath the door. And now the screams have slowly transformed into an eerie silence. Finally, the door opens. 18-year-old Isabella stands over her mom's lifeless body with a bloodied knife in hand. She doesn't utter a word. In the blink of an eye, she runs out of the room past Ryan, who's in an absolute state of shock. The bathroom is covered in blood, where Yunmi's body is lying on top
So
of
why
a
the fuck did
baseball
she
bat.
kill her mama? What the
When
fuck
police
going on?
arrived, Isabella was nowhere to be found, and so began a manhunt for the teenager. Although that would only last one day, as they located Isabella over 12 hours later, hiding in a parking garage off of South Parker Road. But when they actually sat down for an interrogation, they had no idea of exactly who they were going to be speaking with, or what was going to happen in this roller coaster of an investigation. The following never-before-seen footage has been analyzed by a qualified team, including a licensed professional counselor and a licensed attorney.
You left her to die, brutally, on a bathroom
I did
floor.
not murder anyone.
How does
Please
that
stop
feel?
accusing me of this.
Just tell me how that feels.
Please fingerprint me. Please fingerprint me. Please fingerprint me. I will show you that I am not this freaky, horrible person. I want to meet my boyfriend. He's probably worried about me.
You aren't going to meet anybody.
I wish you could help us just make sense, that's all.
When you prove that I am not her, I'll be able to go.
Isabella states that her name is actually Samantha Gonzalez and that she is 15 years old. However, the detectives are well aware that this is not the truth.
So she's 110 pounds? That's really skinny. I'm 148 pounds.
Isabella, please.
Don't call me Isabella. That's
So
That's your name.
Shorty is playing
My
stupid,
name is not Isabella.
okay?
My name is Samantha. There are
And
people in this world who look alike, you know? You guys are not, like, all knowing. You don't know everything. You're just accusing me of all this stuff that I didn't do.
We know what we know what you did, and we know who you are. We know how it happened,
Apparently not,
when it
because you
happened.
guys are completely wrong. You got the wrong girl.
No, we don't. We don't have the wrong girl, and you know that.
No, I don't.
How did it feel
How did what feel?
when you did what you did? How did it feel?
I
Make you
didn't
feel
kill
good?
anybody.
Did
That's
it make-
disgusting.
Did it feel good?
That's disgusting. You guys really think I'm a murderer?
Yeah, we're not joking.
Did it make you feel powerful?
Just you.
Yes or no? Simple question. Did it make you feel powerful to do what you did?
Oh my god. I did not kill anyone. Can you guys stop, like, interrogating me? We're just gonna keep going around and around, and I'm really just trying to get fingerprinted so I can meet my boyfriend, so you can prove to me.
You'd
that
like
we
us
have
just
the
to
same
leave, wouldn't you?
fingerprints.
Wouldn't you just like us to leave?
We don't have the same fingerprints. We're not the
Wouldn't
same
you like
person.
this all just to go away, rewind back 12 hours, and have this never happen? We'd all like that.
I wish I could have, like, not walked through the parking garage so you would have not mistaken me for being someone else.
We're
I
past,
could've
we're
just
we're,
met
we're
my
way past that. We're even not gonna
Worst
acknowledge
shortcut
that.
of my life.
What Isabella fails to mention is that she wasn't merely walking through the parking garage, but rather hiding. And in addition to locating the suspect, police discovered an array of items relating to the brutal crime
Yeah, I'm telling you,
that
this shit
Isabella
gonna be
also
funny as
failed
hell. I
to
can't wait.
conceal.
Let's get it.
This
Okay.
is not gonna go anywhere. You guys keep accusing me of being this girl, and I'm not her.
What'd your mother do?
You're just repeating yourselves over and over. And
We're not gonna acknowledge the fact that you're not telling us who you are. We're moving right past that.
The detectives don't spend any time trying to build rapport with Isabella, which can damage their ability to get her to speak honestly with them. Not only that, but they appear to be jumping straight into a part of the Reed technique where they reject her lies so that she doesn't become entrenched in repeating them and accusing her. To start an interrogation this way is very unusual. They may be trying a few different techniques to see what works, but so far, they aren't doing a very good job of squashing her lie.
Was it the
Please just
weed?
fingerprint me.
Was it the weed? She didn't like the weed?
When offering to be fingerprinted, Isabella makes a declaratory statement indicating that she feels confident. This could mean that she strongly believes what she's saying. When someone has schizophrenia, they often experience hallucinations and delusions that cause them to hear, see, or feel things that do not exist. Delusions can lead to strong beliefs or perceptions that are not based in reality. This altered perception of the world can create a stark contrast between their experiences and what others perceive, leading to a profound disconnect from shared reality.
What weed? Only have the
Marijuana?
same
She didn't like the marijuana in your place?
What?
Is that what it was?
Marijuana?
For Christ's sake, you had the master bedroom in the house. What parent gives
I
up
am
their
not
master
this
bedroom?
girl.
What
Oh
parent
my
gives up
God,
their
I am
master
not
bedroom?
this girl.
Explain that. Who does that?
I am not this girl.
What kind of a horrible parent does that? Gives up the master bedroom to their daughter.
Okay.
You know what? Whoever this person is that you're accusing me of being is probably really terrible, but I am
Didn't
not
your mother
this
give you a
girl.
job? Didn't she teach you? Didn't she give you a job, give you
My
employment?
mother's name is Sabrina.
And that's the way you thank her?
The shocking secrets that Isabella kept would slowly but surely unravel. For now, detectives simply want to know why she committed such an unbelievable crime. But it seems that not even she can answer this question.
This can't be happening to me right now. This can't be happening. This can't.
It is.
I never killed anybody.
You killed your mom last night.
No, I did not.
Yep.
No, I did not.
We're going to be able to prove it. Yes,
I
we
would
are
like
going to
you
be
to
able.
prove
We are
me
going to be
innocent.
able to prove it.
Prove me innocent.
No, the
You
police.
will prove me innocent.
We have a very solid investigation. Okay.
Okay.
This case will be proven beyond a reasonable doubt, and you will probably spend the rest of your life in prison. That's what's going to happen to you.
Consequence decision 1.
Part of the Reed technique is to present irrefutable evidence to trap the suspect in their lies. However, here the detectives are using unsure and uncertain language, such as "we're going to prove it" rather than
So
"we
pretty much
can
these
prove
detectives are pretty
it,"
much
which
just
won't be as
ass.
effective. As well, the Reed technique teaches detectives to avoid talking about the consequences and to minimize the crime in order to get the suspect's defenses down and to keep them talking.
My brother Gray.
By already threatening punishment, the suspect loses any incentive to keep talking. Throughout all of this, Isabella has remained confident in her denials. It appears that detectives may have been upset by the crime when they started the interview, and then grew frustrated because Isabella isn't budging. And now they're letting their emotions lead them.
Never go off a case
So
based
far,
off
this
emotions,
is really
boy.
poor interrogation practice, and it seems as though they aren't following any actual plan or technique.
They just going off
Isabella
based off
states
emotion.
that she will soon be proven innocent. In the meantime, she wishes to see her boyfriend, although future revelations would reveal that this would be easier said than done, for one very strange reason.
How about we give you a few minutes to think about it?
Think about what?
The truth.
I already told you the truth.
And that's the story you're going to stick with?
It's the truth. What do you mean? I'm not going to lie to you and tell you I'm a murderer.
I have a feeling at some point you're going to change your mind, and you're going to probably look back on this day, today, right now,
No, I will
with
not.
some regrets, because you're going to have an opportunity today
Consequence decision
to set the
1.
record straight on why you did what you did, and there may
No,
be
I will not.
2.
there may be some reason in your mind that makes sense.
No, I will not.
The detectives now seem to be jumping to different steps of the Reed technique, such as skipping over minimizing the crime or offering an alternative theory for why the crime was committed. Stating that it's her opportunity to speak without presenting any reason why she should take the opportunity
Fucking up.
is ineffective. They shouldn't rant about how horrible the crime is, as this will just stop her from speaking. Rather, they should have started with rapport building,
Man, so like I
introduced
said, these
themselves,
detectives,
and
they
treated her
just
like
ass,
a normal
shorty.
human being.
They ass
Then
as
they
hell.
could have started asking her about her night, what she'd been up to, and see what her story was before they started finding the holes. Though it can feel uncomfortable to try to establish rapport with someone who has committed a horrendous act, it's essential to the interrogation process. It's as though these detectives were too uncomfortable, so they skipped that part.
I am Samantha Gonzalez. You have got the
Your
wrong
actions
person.
today are going to have a very, very
Oh
big
my
impact
God,
on the rest
man.
of your life.
You guys keep interrogating me.
Isabella has a very flat affect when she speaks, which is common with individuals with schizophrenia. Even with her displays of anger earlier, she doesn't really show much on her face, which is another feature of individuals with schizophrenia.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
What the hell is going on? Can you please just...
Do you understand what I'm saying, Isabella? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Don't call me Isabella.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm not Isabella.
Your decisions today
not
are going
Isabella.
to have a big impact on the rest of your life. You're 18 years old. You got a long ways to
15.
go.
Fingerprint me.
No, you're not in charge.
You're arresting me
When
because I
we-
look like somebody. That's wrong.
It is you.
It's not me.
It's strange that they don't take Isabella up on her offer to be fingerprinted, as they could use the fingerprints as evidence to show her that
Dumbass
she
niggas.
can't deny she was involved. The detective seems to not want to give Isabella the power to demand something, and he's trying to make her feel powerless by denying her suggestion. He also seems to be making the interrogation personal, which is one of the worst things an investigator can do, as he's not even using interrogation techniques anymore. In this bid for power and control, he's missed an opportunity to gather the evidence to confront her. However, there's also the possibility that this is a procedural issue, as it's usually mandated by state law that fingerprints, and in some cases DNA, be taken from suspects. Perhaps the police figure they'll have them soon enough and didn't want to bother getting her fingerprints earlier.
You're acting like you're running this investigation.
What do you mean?
You're demanding to be fingerprinted. You're demanding to be weighed.
Don't I have
You're
a right?
telling us that you're not this person, that we've made a big mistake, we've arrested the
Don't I
wrong
have
person.
a right to prove that I am innocent? Yes, right? So please,
Do you understand the
bring
law?
somebody please to fingerprint me.
Do you understand the law?
Kind of. I've never been arrested or anything before.
Where'd you go to high school?
This place called Montgomery High School, Ohio.
Montgomery.
Montgomery?
Yeah.
Yo, what? Well, hold on. We all live in the fucking Matrix. Hold on. Wow, this is fucking weird. A brawl just happened in Montgomery at the dock with this white people and these niggas, and one nigga came in and hit Shorty in the head with a fucking chair in Montgomery. And this shit happened in Yo, what the fuck? What the fuck y'all got going on out there in Montgomery, boy? Y'all got some shit
Notice
going
that
on out there.
Isabella's foot started moving suddenly, though she's been mostly still throughout. This is a sign of her anxiety around this topic of questioning. Individuals with delusions can become
Y'all got some
anxious when
shit going on
confronted
in
about
Montgomery,
something not
folks.
covered by their delusion. It's like if the typical person went out drinking and woke up with a gap in their memory. When asked about the fuzzy spot, they would be confused and easily suggestible, which would lead to anxiety. The brain makes up answers if it doesn't remember. Everyone's brain does this. As humans, we are uncomfortable with blank spots and uncertainty, so our brain will fill the gap with something to
Facts.
make us feel better.
Facts.
This may be what we're seeing here.
I got kicked out
No,
though.
you didn't go there. You went to Overland.
You're Overland High
Went to
School
Overland
graduate.
High School.
No, I
You're in the
didn't.
yearbook.
She went to Overland High School. I did not.
No. She is you.
No, she is not.
Okay, well, she is, but is this just your way of dealing with this? You pretend you're somebody you're not? I mean, is that your mechanism for
This is just really frustrating. I'm not even really scared or anything at all because I know that I'm not this
so
person.
you're not scared at all?
Because I'm not her.
Are you on any drugs?
No.
Any prescription medication?
No.
You ever been to a doctor for anything?
I've been sick before, like every other normal person.
Yeah.
What kind of things have you had?
That's
What
being
kind of
smart.
sicknesses?
Regular colds, nothing serious.
You been to a psychiatrist?
No.
You ever been diagnosed with any mental problems?
No.
The detectives ask Isabella various questions to ensure that she has all of her faculties.
Do you know what month it is?
This is August, right?
August? Do you know what day it is?
No, I haven't had my phone in a while. What day is it today?
So you do have a phone.
I did back in my house.
No. You just said
I left it behind.
do you drink?
No.
Did you drink anything last night?
No.
Take any pills last night?
No.
Smoke any weed last night?
No.
So you would have been in a clear head last night. Not under the influence of anything.
I didn't kill anybody.
That's not what I asked you.
I'm a perfectly normal girl.
Perfectly normal?
Yeah.
Who are your friends?
Don't really have any friends. All I have is my boyfriend.
That's what everybody we talked to said about you. Said you don't have any friends.
Stupid.
Okay.
People that usually sit in that chair or accused of murder don't have any friends.
These statements are not only personal attacks, but also antagonistic.
What?
Those who kill other people often come in many varieties.
Nigga, what?
There's no set rule.
Right, what the fuck?
Most people say you're mean and they don't like you.
I guess she's a mean person then.
No,
I'm
you're
not
the
her.
mean person.
I'm not a mean person.
You're not insane. You're a mean person.
I'm not a mean person.
And you're a liar.
Isabella's foot only seems to move when she's uncomfortable. Here it appears to be because she doesn't like being called a mean person, and because they're attacking her. Understandably, most people value being
Facts.
well-regarded, liked, and not being
Facts.
seen as mean. so it
Facts.
makes perfect sense that this would increase her anxiety. What's most interesting here, though, is that despite the fact that she should be really uncomfortable and leaning away from the detectives, she's not. She's leaning forward towards them.
No, I am not.
And you're a terrible liar.
No, I am
This
not.
makes no sense at all.
No, you're
So
right
if you
about
just want to
that. It
sit there
doesn't
and be
make
a
any sense at
cold-blooded
all.
killer who the jury will convict in 10 minutes of first-degree murder for killing their mother,
Points decision 5.
then keep it up, Isabella.
The detectives want to know why Isabella would brutally kill her own mother, but the answer is unlike anything they've heard before. There's much more to the story than meets the eye, but the disturbing case is only just beginning.
Oh shit.
Sometimes people get mad. Sometimes people are scared. Maybe you acted in self-defense. Maybe she had the knife.
Only now do they decide to try to minimize the crime. But after they talked about her being a cold-blooded killer,
I am not this girl. I don't know what happened with her and her life and who she is or what school she went to. That's not my problem. My problem right now is finding my boyfriend.
It's a funny game you're playing, but nobody's laughing. You think some juror sitting on a jury is going to believe that you're not the person we suspect killed their mother when you're caught right down the street?
Y'all hear that? That's my dog. His ass asleep. Y'all hear that? What the fuck?
With knife injuries to your hand?
Scissors.
It's not scissor injuries.
I told you they were scissors.
It's not scissor injuries.
Yes, it was. You're not going to bully me into admitting what you want me to, like, pretend
No,
to be.
I suspect we're probably not. I mean, that's a decision you have to make in your own head. I mean, that's the bottom line. You're 18 years of age. You understand why you're here. You know what you've done. We've given you an opportunity to talk about what you've done. We've given you an opportunity to give us a reason why you did what you did. And you've continued on this crazy-ass story that this you have nothing to do with this, and that story is not believable. We don't
It doesn't
believe you.
have to be believable. It will be proven.
If the police don't believe you, what do you think happens?
You go to court.
You go to jail, for one.
You go to court.
And someday you're going to go to court. Yep. And if this is your way of trying to get through it, then so be it. But just so you know, I mean, obviously we don't believe you. We don't believe anything you've told us here today. My guess is that you're probably going to continue down the same road, acting like you don't know what we're talking about and pretending that none of this applies to you and you're not that person. And I don't know what TV show you watched that thought this would be a good idea to come up with a plan for defending yourself against a murder charge, but I can tell you it's not going to work. So you're so tired?
I've been sleeping in a park all night.
And you're sleeping out,
Walked around
running from the
trying to
police
find
all
my
night.
boyfriend.
Running from the police is tiring.
I didn't run from
Actually, you were sleeping in a Jeep.
a Jeep.
Yeah, the basement of the parking garage. Do you remember that?
I was not sleeping in a Jeep.
She was found asleep.
Why are you lying about just where you were sleeping?
Somebody saw you.
How do you think we found you? Somebody saw you and called us.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
it does.
Isabella was sitting in a blue Jeep Wrangler in a parking garage off of South Parker Road when someone noticed her. But what they found to be even more suspicious was the various items sitting outside of the vehicle, such as a backpack and clothes. The car was actually being held for a client of a vehicle service, where a company employee immediately notified police once they spotted the teenager.
Your picture's all over the TV news media.
Okay, he's a picture of a girl that looks like me. Is all over the TV.
No, your picture is
Why
on
did I
there.
have to be born looking like this?
What kind of a grand coincidence would it be that you just happen to look like this person?
Grand coincidence. It's a shitty coincidence.
Isabella, this is
Don't call me Isabella.
This is really. It's frustrating. I'm sure you're frustrated too. You'd feel better. We'd have a better understanding of why you did what you did. Maybe
I
somewhere
didn't do
down,
any of this stuff, man.
maybe somewhere down the
Can you
line,
just fingerprint me?
God would find a way to forgive you.
Can you
I don't know
please
if He
fingerprint
will.
me?
Oh my God, here we go with this shit.
My God's not going to forgive you, but your God might. For all I know, who knows?
Can you fingerprint me?
Yo.
Are you listening to me?
Yeah, I am listening
You
to
are.
you.
Okay.
Did you stab your mom?
Whoever this girl is, whatever her
That's not what I asked.
It's
You
not
say you didn't
about-
murder. You keep saying you didn't murder anybody. Did you
No.
stab your mom?
No.
This is the first instance where Isabella is asked if she stabbed her mom, and her response is telling. It's also a response that will change later in the interrogation. We see Isabella engage in grooming behaviors such as brushing her hair and face multiple times, and then we see her do an anchor point movement and shift her leg. Rather than being crossed, her leg is now at a 90-degree angle where it's become a barrier between her and the detectives. She also rubs her mouth, creating a cluster of nonverbal behaviors which indicate that she has increasing anxiety.
Right.
When directly asked if she stabbed her mom, she delays answering before saying something unrelated.
You didn't take a knife and stab your mom last night?
No.
So the knife that we found is not going to have your fingerprints and your DNA on it?
No, it will not. She may look like me, but there's no way we're going to have the same.
I think it's probably going to.
Probably.
You can think whatever you like, but the tests don't lie.
Once again, they're using words like I think and probably. They don't even sound sure or confident when trying to refute her lies.
Hey, you're exactly right. The test is not lie.
So I'm waiting for you to test it.
The parking garage that you were in, you were caught, were you arrested, were they pointing guns at you? The knife's in there.
Okay.
How do you explain that?
I walked to a parking garage that a knife was in.
Isabella, do you understand
Stop
DNA?
calling me Isabella. God
Do you
damn it.
understand DNA evidence?
Yeah,
read
I
papers,
know what
you
it
Man,
is.
so,
You know what
hey,
it
stop
is?
calling that bitch
Yeah, I'm
Isabella,
waiting for
boy,
you
before
to
she
right
go
now,
over that
so I can
motherfucking
go.
shit. Rock your bitch ass.
Explain to me what your interpretation of DNA evidence is. What do you think it means?
Doesn't everyone have like a different DNA?
Okay. Specific to each individual. So what do you think's going to happen when we take a sample of your DNA and we compare it to the knife that we found? And your
You're going
DNA
to
is
let me
going to be
go
on
because
it.
the DNA will not match.
Your DNA is going to be on. That's going to prove that you
The
handled
DNA
that
will
knife.
not match.
And those cuts on your hand.
I told you how all of this happened to me.
Okay. So you obviously bled. We're going to
In the house in Ohio?
analyze the blood that you left. You understand? We're going to be able to type that blood back to you.
No, not your house in Ohio. The
Okay.
bathroom at your house where you killed your mom.
After the discussion of the
Dumbass bitch.
DNA, she starts swaying in the chair for the first time, which is another red flag. She does have concerns about the DNA now that she's heard all of this information, which is an interesting reaction given how she will behave later on.
Did you see the police dog in there? Is that why you ran out of there?
Police dog.
Yeah.
What police dog?
The police dog that was inside the parking garage when you came running out. Do you remember running out of the parking garage?
I
And
know.
running to police officers? Do you remember that part?
I didn't run. I walked out of a parking garage and was ambushed.
That wasn't you either?
And what?
That wasn't you either? So,
I am not this Isabella girl. All this crazy fucking shit keeps happening, and I am not this girl.
crazy fucking shit. That's a good way to put it.
How would you feel if this was done to you?
I'd be scared if I were you.
I'm not really scared. I'm just
Oh,
a
no.
little freaked out.
So you're
all
not
this
scared by
happening.
this?
No, because the DNA will not match.
Do you have no remorse for what you did?
I did not do anything wrong.
So you don't, do you?
I am not
You can
Isabella.
just sit there and continue to deny this with a clear conscience.
I am not Isabella.
Really? You can just sit here and completely deny all of this?
I'm not denying anything. I am being truthful.
That's you.
No, it is not.
There's no question. That's you.
Oh, no.
She's pretty.
Yeah, you're a pretty girl. That's
But
you.
that's not me.
Yeah, that's up your Facebook account.
She's a singer.
It's not even a funny game anymore.
Why would she kill anybody?
That's what we want
What
to know.
the fuck?
That is the question.
Why would Isabella kill her mom?
Isabella may not be able to answer their question just yet, but little do they know that there are multiple layers to the sick and twisted story. And the more they uncover, the harder it is to wrap their heads around such a shocking case.
Why would anybody kill their mother? I mean, what do you think? What would cause somebody to become so enraged with their mother that they would kill them? What would
I
happen?
don't know.
What
I
would
don't
it
know
take?
how people think. I stay away from people because they all
Well,
try
just
to
tell
hurt
me what you think. I mean, what's your thoughts on it?
What is my thoughts in this whole situation?
No. Specifically, what would it take for somebody to kill their mother? What would make them so angry that they would do that?
Isabella engages in some grooming behavior here, which generally occurs when people want to be liked or viewed as likable by others. It's approval-seeking behavior. This is followed by her incorrectly rephrasing a question. It's clear that this question has increased her anxiety because not only has she repeated their question, giving her time to think about her answer, but she had to know they would correct her, giving her even more time to think.
I really have no idea. I would never kill my own mother. She may be a horrible person, but I don't have the potential in me to kill anyone.
Why is your mother a horrible person?
She hates me because I'm her illegitimate child.
So she hates you?
Yeah, I kind of ruined her marriage, basically, and they blame me for it.
Oh, okay.
So you got anger issues?
I don't have anger issues. I just left.
You hate your mom. That's
I
kind
don't
of an
hate
anger
her.
issue.
She's scary.
By playing into her lie and going along with her being another person, the detectives may be finally attempting to build some rapport with her.
Exactly.
Just scary. So I ran away.
Did your mom beat you?
She doesn't beat. She hurts with weapons like scissors.
Keep it for
Keep going. What's that? Hello?
It's
What's
a
that?
scar. I got that when I was a kid. I had stitches.
No, that's not. It's from stitches.
It is from stitches.
How did you get that?
Lines.
Police dog, wasn't it?
Police dog.
Police
got
dog
bit
bit
by a
her
police dog
ass.
and scar on her right arm.
This is really freaky.
Hell
Yeah, that was
no.
really freaky.
So that's it? You
Yeah,
should
that's
just
it.
leave now?
We got the wrong person. We just let
Yeah.
you
Just
go.
let you go?
Yeah.
Okay. Just like that.
Yeah.
See you later. Have a good day.
Do you
What's your
have a
boyfriend's
last
name?
Gabriel Adams.
Gabriel Adams. You certainly know his phone number, right? Call him right here and we can talk to him. He can just clear this all up. What's his phone number?
Ha!
He threw his phone away. I was
Come on.
supposed to meet him
Oh.
somewhere.
No.
I can't track him.
Oh.
You don't want to because he doesn't exist.
He does exist.
Oh.
Okay.
He's my soulmate.
Oh, that's laughable. That's laughable. You have a soul.
There's no professional explanation for the comment. That's laughable that you have a soul. Even some of the other comments could be possibly pointed to as playing the bad cop, but this goes too far.
Yeah.
He's clearly letting his personal feelings about this crime
Which
lead
is
the
something you should not
interrogation.
fucking do, gang.
Someone should
I'm
be
not a
pulling him out
detective
of
and
the
I know
room.
that shit's good.
I do have a soul. All living creatures have
No.
a soul, even animals.
People who do what you did, soulless.
Before police are able to find out exactly what the reason behind the heinous act is, they delve a little deeper into the tumultuous life of their suspect. In doing so, the detectives sit down to interview Ryan, who not only provides valuable information about his stepdaughter,
Right.
but he also recalls the horrifying timeline of events.
I saw Isabella. She had a blank expression on her face. I'm not sure what happened with the knife she was carrying. It looked like she was still holding on to it. And I looked down and I saw my wife on the floor. Blood everywhere, all over the bathroom. I was talking to the dispatcher, and the dispatcher told me, make sure you get her breathing again. Get her airways open. I don't know CPR. But at that time, I looked at my wife's eyes, and I knew that she must not have made it. I just couldn't believe that it had happened like that. Isabella was in a rage like I've never seen before.
What do you mean?
Well, I could just hear her just pummeling my wife. I thought she was just hitting her with her fists.
Okay. So that thumping sound you were
Thumping
hearing.
sound, I thought, was Yumi maybe hitting against the wall, and
Okay.
Isabella just pounding her with her fists.
Okay.
So that's what I originally thought it was, and that's when I called 911.
Although it hasn't been confirmed, it's possible that Isabella also used the baseball bat as a weapon.
Tell me about that. What was the reasoning for that?
She came downstairs where I was sleeping, and she said, I feel very uncomfortable with Isabella in the house. She said that Isabella had threatened her or cursed at her, and spit in her face
Okay.
when she was laying down up there, and rambled off some terrible things to her.
Okay. Did she tell you what those terrible things were?
No, she didn't specifically tell me. I know this morning, she showed me an email that Isabella had written that was written to her, or written to a Cecilia. It's a strange email, but it came to my wife.
What the
It came to my
fuck?
wife, and I can't remember what the email said. It's on her phone.
Okay.
But it was very disturbing from Isabella, something very weird.
The email sent by Isabella to her mother on the same day of the killing was chilling beyond words. It read, "You will pay." However, it wasn't made out to Yoon-mi, but rather a woman named Cecilia. Yoon-mi was so concerned about her daughter's behavior that she called 911 just hours before her demise.
Oh.
4 officers arrived at the house, in addition to Isabella's biological father, Robert Guzman. Isabella was confronted while sitting on a swing in their backyard, but that had little effect on the teenager. She apparently spewed a string of insults to Yoon-mi, though it's unclear as to what was said. The officers warned the teenager that she should not treat her mother in such a volatile manner, stating that Yoon-mi was within her rights to obtain a court order and evict Isabella from the house if she felt it was necessary to do so. Isabella responded with nothing but silence.
They've had a bad relationship.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, they've had a bad relationship for years. She resents her mom very much.
Ryan states that at the age of 6 or 7, Yoon-mi sent Isabella to live with Robert due to her disobedient behavior. The pair had divorced when Isabella was just 3 years old, and Ryan and Yoon-mi began a relationship 1 year after. Yoon-mi's hope had been that her daughter would learn to respect others while living with her father. But it seems things didn't change. In fact, Isabella was supposedly continuing to act out, and apparently had a difficult relationship with Robert and his new wife.
And then she moves back in with you guys?
She moves back in with us at 14.
14. Has Isabella ever been, is she on medications? Or has she ever been
She's not on medication.
Doctor's care or anything like that for any type of issues?
She went to a psychiatrist for maybe a month. And the psychiatrist said, no, she's fine. She's just a typical girl.
How long ago was that?
That's been maybe 2-3 years ago, something like that.
So today, after the police come out and speak with her, what was her attitude or her demeanor after that contact with the officers?
She seemed okay. She was friendly. Her dad gave her a big hug, but I don't think she was very happy that her mom called the police.
Following the dispute, Yoon-mi headed back to work.
We were in the house again. Together, no problems.
No problems, any conversation,
Not much of a conversation at all. We didn't
Did she
really
give you
say
any
much.
indications that she might be plotting to do something like this?
Oh, no. I knew she was mad at her mom, and I knew she was very, very upset at her mom, but I had no idea she would ever do anything like this.
Though Ryan didn't suspect it, she was indeed plotting something terribly heinous.
When was the last time you cried?
Last time I cried,
Yeah.
when I ran away.
You got a pretty good memory, don't you?
I have a normal person's memory.
Okay. I don't think you're a normal person.
It took me like a week to get here.
Did you hear me? I don't think you're a normal person. I asked you when the last time you cried.
I told you I cried when I ran away.
You didn't run away from anywhere. You ran away from a crime scene is what you did.
No, I did not.
So you cried when you ran away last night?
I did not do any of these things. I am not Isabella.
Maybe
Oh,
we should just
really?
bring,
Why don't you just
Robert
bring the
down here.
DNA test?
Let's bring Robert down here.
Who's Robert?
You know who Robert is.
No, I don't.
Robert could stand right there in that doorway and identify you. You're his own flesh and blood.
According to Ryan, Isabella and Robert were always close, even through thick and thin, but she can't seem to remember that.
How about if we have Ryan come down?
Who's that?
Your stepdad. Have him
That's
come
her
in.
stepdad.
We could have Ryan come in. I mean, he's the one that last saw you before you took off running from the police last night.
This is all her life, and you keep
He's
saying
the
it's
one
mine.
He's the one that identified you. What do you think about that? We'll have him come down. Maybe you can apologize.
I'm not going to apologize to a stranger. What do you mean? I didn't kill anybody.
He would come in and stand at the doorway and lie about committing somebody who committed him.
The fact that
Well,
like you
obviously
could just
somebody
sit
died
there
or this
and
wouldn't be
do some
happening, but
shit
I didn't
like
kill
that
anybody.
is
Why would he lie about it?
crazy.
I don't even know what you're trying to. I don't even understand what you're trying to say.
Stabbing your own mama. to death.
Isabella's flat affect is similar to another case we've covered, Morgan Geyser, also known as the Slender Man stabbing.
Oh,
You know where you are right
yeah.
now?
I remember this case.
Not really.
Where do you think you are?
At a police station.
Morgan was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and again, this kind of flat, emotionless speaking is typical with this diagnosis.
Kathy, maybe?
Who's that?
Come on, I'm Isabella.
Stop calling me Isabella.
You know who that is?
Wait, you guys are like, what? Didn't you say that this girl has no friends?
Well, there's people that know you. They may not be your friend.
Detective sat down with Isabella's friend, Catherine Argueta, also known as Kathy, who gave a bit of insight on who Isabella was outside of her family home. Apparently, Kathy met Isabella at Overland High School, in addition to Isabella's ex-boyfriend, Ilya Abramov, who goes by Tony. The trio, along with Kathy's boyfriend, would apparently use recreational marijuana from time to time. Kathy explained that Isabella had developed a spiritual side to herself within the last year and had become increasingly quiet. Yet at the same time, there was a noticeable kindness that she had not previously shown, though Kathy didn't elaborate further.
Brother, she was one of
It
them
appeared
bitches.
that things may have been looking up for her, or perhaps there was a more sinister intention behind this newfound enlightenment. Kathy goes
So
on to
Shorty
say
got
that she
so
received
pretty
a
much
chilling
Shorty.
text message
So
from Isabella.
pretty much Shorty went spiritual and was like, "All right, fuck, I'm finna go stab my mama to death." Goddamn.
On
Stay
Monday,
away from
August
spiritual
26th, only 2 days prior to the killing. She angrily insulted Kathy using a derogatory term and ended the text with a shocking last few words. "I know what you did." Kathy messaged back asking what she was talking about, but Isabella didn't respond.
What?
However, on August 28th at 7:15 p.m., her phone buzzed once again. Isabella had sent another text, this time saying, "The astro beam has awakened." Utterly confused, Kathy responded, asking for an explanation.
Stay away from
but to no
spiritual
avail.
bitches.
Only a short time later would Isabella commit the unthinkable.
Astro.
These are your bags, right?
Yeah.
It's always them astrology as hoes, boy.
You know the store is that where you wrap up your wrists? H Mart?
Actually, these people were real nice to me and gave me these things.
But you bought something, right?
They paid for it for me.
Who?
This Asian lady took pity on me.
Oh.
Came all dirty. She asked me if I was okay, and I cried, and I told her I was trying to call my boyfriend, I could use the phone. She said, "You don't have any stuff. Well, I'll give you some tampons and things. The clothes are mine." But she gave me the underwear and the pads and stuff, because I didn't have money for it.
Someone go there to look at the videos. You won't be on the video?
I'll be on the video.
At the H Mart. They have surveillance cameras on it, at the H Mart.
If you want to go look and see if I was an H-Mart, you'll see that I was.
After fleeing from the scene, Isabella made her way to the H-Mart grocery store, where she quickly caught attention due to her disheveled state and bloody clothing. A nice lady took pity on her, and in addition to buying her a few items, she also provided her own cell phone number in case Isabella needed anything else.
And what did you tell her?
What do you mean, what did I tell her?
What did you tell her? Because we're going to call her and talk to her. What story did you tell her? What did you tell her?
She's Korean. She doesn't even speak any English.
We have interpreters. What did she say? What did you tell her?
I told her the truth.
What did you say?
Exactly the same thing that I told you.
Where'd you meet her at?
Where the receipt says.
She what?
Where the receipt says.
Where's that?
It's right by the garage. Where you ambushed me and basically kidnapped me at.
Okay. So you met her inside or outside?
Inside.
So you leave Ohio with all of this stuff, all your worldly possessions. This is what you travel across the country.
I told you, Gabriel said he'll take care of me. I didn't need to bring much.
But you can't get hold of Gabriel because you didn't have a phone.
No,
Well, how does that make any sense?
he had to dump it.
Your story doesn't make any sense because it's not true. A 2-year-old wouldn't believe your story.
2-year-old, you
How
understand?
did a 2-year-old come up with a better story?
Next, the detectives ask for her permission to conduct a DNA test. They're not surprised when she immediately agrees, seeing as it has been her most frequent request. But what she doesn't understand is just how long it actually takes to obtain the results.
please bring the DNA test now so I can leave.
You're not leaving. Just so you understand that.
The DNA will not match.
Well, you can continue.
If the DNA does not match, I will be free,
You can continue
right?
to think that, but you are not leaving. Just so
Okay,
you know.
theoretically, if the DNA doesn't match, you have to let me go, right?
No.
That doesn't make any sense. Yes.
No, you've been identified as a killer.
I have not been
By an
identified. If the
eyewitness.
DNA does not match, then I will be set free.
Well, that's not going to be the case. We won't know that for months.
For
You're under arrest
months.
for first-degree murder. You have no bond. You ain't going nowhere but jail. And you're not 15. You're 18.
No, I am not. You cannot do this to me. This is wrong.
Yes, we
You
can.
have to prove I am who she is before you can take me anywhere.
No, we don't. We know who you
Isabella,
are.
we're trying to give you an
Stop calling
opportunity.
me Isabella.
We're just trying to give you an opportunity to tell us what happened.
Stop calling me Isabella.
See, you don't understand. You don't understand.
My
the
name
full
is
impact
Samantha.
of this, do you? You don't understand the full impact. Yes, you're going to jail. No, you are not getting out of jail. There is no bond with first-degree murder. Do you understand that?
I didn't murder anybody.
And we'll easily prove a case against you.
You can't prove anything because I didn't do it.
Yeah, we will.
Well,
Why do I keep saying this?
That's
That's
your
discussion. Yo,
Yeah, what's wrong
stay in
with
school,
No
kids.
conscience. None.
You have
I'm
no
not
conscience.
evil. You don't even
Yeah,
know who I am. I'm just a random girl on the street that you ambushed.
No, you're one of the most evil person I've ever sat across the table from.
Yep. See, here we
I'm not
go.
evil.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Very.
The detectives continue to remind Isabella of the consequences and telling her how terrible she is, and stating that she's the most evil he's ever sat across from, all of which hasn't got them very far.
I don't know why they keep
At
doing
this
that
point,
shit.
Isabella has been in the room with them for an hour. If she was in her right mind, most people would have asked for a lawyer by now. The conduct of both officers is unprofessional, suggesting a lack of training and an inability to conduct custodial
Stupid
interrogations
as fuck. I could have did better than
properly.
that. Fuck you talking about?
Somehow,
Oh, my
despite
Batman
their
shit.
approach, they're just barely able to stay away from crossing the line into coercion. Though there's enough nuance here to argue that point from both sides. More importantly, they have completely abandoned the Reed technique and its core tenet of getting a confession through the use of empathy. The point of an interrogation is to be a listener and to create an open environment where the suspect can make disclosures. Even look at the table. It's cluttered and disorganized, creating an environment non-conducive to the sharing of information. Their methods of countering her denials are also interesting. It's generally sarcastic and closed off, not inviting Isabella to say more or to keep talking even
Right,
in
they
the
pretty much
face
just
of having
saying,
her
bitch, you
denial
evil as
dismissed.
fuck, you going to jail.
Everything about their actions appears intended to harass the suspect, rather than doing their best to support the dialogue necessary for a confession.
You scared the hell out of me. Because you have no conscience.
I scare the hell out of you.
Yeah, you have no conscience. You can do anything to anybody and
Can
not
you
even
do
feel
it?
anything
How do you
about
do
it.
this thing?
Isabella states that she would like a DNA test as soon as possible, and the detective performs a cheek swab.
say for instance, somehow we've got this all jacked up, and you are who you say you are, and we've brought the wrong person in here. How would we go about trying to prove that you are who you are? Who could we call? Who could we get in contact
There's no
with?
way I'm totally... Why would I call somebody who stabbed me with scissors?
Well, I'm asking you a
That's
question.
all I got.
Okay, can I ask?
Gabriel was waiting for me.
Can I ask you a question and just not have you interrupt? Because if we're making a mistake, we want to do the right thing. Okay. Why don't we start with who's your father? What's your father's name?
I don't really know. Honestly, my mom's kind of a crazy bitch and whores around a lot. She hates me because I'm an illegitimate child.
Okay,
All
so
I know is that my dad's Mexican. That's why my last name is Gonzalez.
All I know is an example of a selective memory statement. It can't exactly be refuted, but it doesn't really answer the question. This is a big nonverbal indicator that she's feeling anxious about going deeper into this line of questioning. Look at how her blinking has increased. This is a subconscious stress response. However, we can't confirm that this is because she's being deceptive, as it could just as easily be because she's being verbally attacked by 2 police officers for the past hour.
okay, so your dad is Mexican. His last name's Gonzalez. Do you know his first name?
She wouldn't tell me.
So you don't know his first name.
No.
Have you met your father?
No.
So you never met your father.
I ran away. Gabriel was all I got.
Okay, slow down. I want to get to the bottom of this. So, Gonzalez is all you know? You don't know First name?
She called
Where's
me
he-
Gonzalez to
where's
prove
he
to me
from?
that I'm not good enough to be her daughter or something.
Where's your father from?
I just know he's Mexican.
Where's he
From
from?
Mexico.
He's from
He lives in
Mexico?
one place.
So he's from Mexico, the country Mexico?
Oh, I guess, obviously.
Isabella is showing other signs that her anxiety has increased as well, such as kicking her foot and avoiding the question. Again, we can't say she's being deceptive, but her anxiety level has increased with this topic.
Right.
She's either seriously, legitimately 100% delusional or an extremely skilled liar. It's possible that this is something that has been said to her before, and that's why she's able to quickly push out a response. Isabella states that her mother's name is Sabrina Hicks, who lives at 2657 South Jamaica Circle in Cincinnati, Ohio. However, this address doesn't exist in the state, although 26 South Jamaica Court is located in Aurora, Colorado, right across the street from Isabella's home. But this would only be just one of her many bizarre statements to come.
What's Sabrina's birthday?
I don't know.
You don't know your mom's birthday?
I think that in this world, there's got to be two kinds of different moms, right? I heard about that horrible woman, Casey Anthony.
Okay.
There's two different kinds of mothers.
Hold up. Okay, I don't have time
There's
for
a
all
mother
this.
who
Do you know
tells
your
each
mother's
other
birthday or don't you?
I don't.
Do not know.
She doesn't love me. I don't really know anything
Do
about
not
her.
know her birthday. That's
No.
the question. Don't. Okay.
No.
So your father is Gonzalez. You don't know his first name. Your
She told-
mother is Sabrina Hicks, but
That's
you don't know
just
her
stupid as
birthday. And you
fuck.
claim they both live at this 2657 South Jamaica Circle, Cincinnati, Ohio. You don't know the zip code. How about a phone number?
They disconnected the house phone like a while ago because they're fucking cheap.
Cell phones?
I don't have their cell phone numbers. We don't talk to each other. That's why I ran away. It's like,
Okay, where does
there's
Sabrina
not really my family. They're
where
more
does
like
Sabrina Hicks
roommates.
work? Maybe we can go to her work.
She works at a grocery market.
Do you know the name?
We don't talk to each other. We're like
Yo,
strangers.
like-
She just hates me. She looks at me like with disgust. Like, oh, you illegitimate child.
Right. You poor illegitimate child. You.
The detectives ask her if she has any uncles or aunts, but she supposedly doesn't know.
Damn.
Next, they question her about Montgomery High School, where she claims to have attended, although this would turn out to be yet another lie. In actuality, Isabella went to Overland High School in Aurora, Colorado for a period of time before dropping out. However, it's unclear as to when she left the school and why.
What street is your high school on?
I don't know.
Well, you went to school there.
It's not
didn't you?
that far from my house. I just
Okay, what
walk. I know
street's
how
it
to
on?
walk. I don't drive. I don't
What
know
street is
street
it on?
name.
Because what we can do is we can go to your school, we can have officers from Cincinnati go to your school and see if we can
Why
contact
would you
your
do all
records.
that? Why
Because
can't
we're
you
trying to
just do a DNA
disprove
test?
we're trying to disprove that you're not this person.
That's great. Do the DNA test and it'll prove everything.
Well, I'm going to have to prove it by more than one way. And the
Why?
easiest way for me to prove it is if you can put me in touch with somebody back there in Cincinnati, Ohio.
I will
that
not
can-
put you in touch with the people that
we
I
can
ran
send them
away
a picture
from.
of you and
Look
they-
at what
they
she did
say-
to me. I will not put you in touch with them.
If they can
If they
say,
find out
yes,
I'm
that's
here,
my
I'm gonna
daughter,
have to run away.
then you're out the door.
If they find out I am here, I'm gonna have to leave here again. I'm not trying to take another bus.
Hoping to catch her in another lie, the detectives ask if Isabella's picture would be in the Montgomery yearbook. Coincidentally, she claims to have skipped picture day.
Okay, so this bitch don't know her mama, she don't know her daddy, she skipped picture day. I just goddamn bitch. So this motherfucker, boy, you
Listen,
just
high
a
school
fucking
yearbook's not
ghost.
going to work for this year. Did you get your
Oh,
picture
fuck.
taken when you were in 8th grade, the year before?
Pine Lane Middle School.
I'm sorry?
The name is Pine Lane Middle School.
Pine Lane. Okay. Funny, I've heard of that one. There's
Yeah.
a Pine Lane here in Colorado. Did you know that?
Okay, there are lots of names.
No, it's Pine Lane Middle School. What do you think of that? Pine Lane Middle School. Same one you claim you go to
I don't go there anymore.
in Cincinnati, Ohio. There's one right here in Colorado.
Man, so what? Aren't there like a million? People are not creative with names.
Is your picture in their yearbook?
Yeah, probably somewhere. If you could find it. I don't know if you guys have that kind of technology.
Oh, we can find it. If it exists, we can find it.
The Cincinnati police say all three of the addresses you gave us, none of them don't exist.
Maybe they don't know every single address in all of
It's the
Cincinnati, Ohio.
freaking
It's a big
police
city.
department. If they don't know, who knows?
Yeah, what do you want me to
Called
do?
911. Where would
I'm
they
not
go?
Isabella.
We just want you to tell the
Do you
truth.
understand how complicated you've made this?
I am not Isabella. I know you guys know that.
Not only does she have palms up here, showing lack of confidence in what she's saying, but she brings her leg back up in a barrier position.
Okay.
Okay, if you're not Samantha, then who are you?
I am Samantha. I'm not Isabella. That's all that matters. I'm not a murderer. Yay, I can leave.
The problem is each lie you tell,
It's not a
you
lie.
got to tell another lie, and then you forget the lies you've already told, and pretty soon
What
it
do you
becomes so
mean?
confusing
Yo, why
and
is he-
so overwhelming
yo, why
that
is
you
he
don't know
telling
what
her
you
that?
said.
The detective may be referring to the liar's loop here, but he doesn't really mention having to deconflict stories or anything,
Right.
just the difficulties in keeping your story straight. Although the detectives are aware that Isabella is being deceitful, they are unaware of the disturbing and shocking reason as to why the heinous crime was committed.
I'm just ready to hear why she did
Time
this
would
shit.
eventually tell all, but authorities could have never predicted such an unbelievable ending to the perplexing
Come on,
case.
man, I'm ready.
Have any friends?
This
that
address you
know?
gave is bogus.
Nigga said that shit
Men's
bogus.
research is not a good address.
Nigga said that shit bogus,
I
don't know
boy.
what to
Shit
tell you.
bogus
How
as
do you
hell.
explain that? Are you confused about the numbers? Are you confused about the name of the
Gas,
street?
ready?
Pretty fucking sure that's my address. Yeah. I grew up
Pretty
in
fucking sure that's my
Tynowolf.
Yeah,
address.
that's a
Fuck,
perfectly
nigga.
valid address here in the city of Aurora, which is where we're at today.
It's so obvious that I'm not her.
Really?
Yeah.
So she has the same scar you do.
Okay. It's
Merely
not the
another
same.
coincidence?
It's not the same. It's a little different. We
Merely
both
a
have scar on our
coincidence?
arm. Jesus. Do you guys believe
She
in
was
destiny?
involved in a murder last night where she mother brutally stabbed her mother over 151 times.
151 times?
In the course of that,
151 times.
her hands got
Holy
cut, just
fuck.
like you. Another coincidence, you said?
151
shit.
You're
times. Holy fuck. God damn. Holy fuck.
In a
151?
parking garage with a
Damn,
knife that
bitch.
appears to be the murder weapon.
You didn't find me with
used
the
in this.
knife. Don't
Another
lie.
coincidence?
You did not find me with
Is that
a
a
knife.
coincidence again?
Again, it appears that the detective
Yeah,
is
this nigga
focused
just
on being
angry.
in control and having power in the interrogation room.
This is why you can't give certain motherfuckers badges, because there's always motherfuckers that look like him, and I ain't gonna say too much, you know what I mean, that when they get a little bit of power, they be feeling like they Superman, boy. You feel me?
Rather than trying to work through the steps to get her to tell the truth, he's using language where he doesn't even sound sure of himself. For example, saying appears to be.
You did not find me with a
Were
knife.
you found in the
are
parking garage
lying.
where the knife was?
Okay, the knife was somewhere
Yes,
in there.
yes, detective,
Man,
that's
you're
true.
wrong.
Yes, detective, that's
I
true.
took the wrong
Okay.
fucking shortcut, man.
After an autopsy was performed, it was discovered that Yoon-mi had actually endured 31 stab wounds to the face and 48 stab wounds to the neck, a staggering 79 in total.
I hope you catch her, but I am not her, and when you take that DNA sample out this room,
Damn.
it will prove that I am not her. That's all the evidence you need. If the DNA doesn't match,
We don't
you
even
can't
need your
keep
DNA
me.
to prove anything.
Yeah, you do.
No, we don't. We don't need
I
anything.
watched Forensic Files. You can't lie to me about
That's TV.
everything.
TV show, you idiot.
Damn!
That's a TV show. Do you
Says
believe
a
everything they
TV
put
show,
on
you
TV
idiot.
is real?
I
Gotta
thought
be careful
who
when
are
you get
you?
power to, because you got
I thought-
motherfuckers like him.
How stupid
These are
are
type
you?
motherfuckers that
You're
be
gonna go off
abusing
some
their
TV
power
show.
in the
You're
street.
gonna put your
They get a
life
badge, they be feeling like Superman.
in the hands
boy.
of some goofy ass TV show?
DNA is everything.
Answer my question. Are you going to put your life in the hands of some TV show?
No, I'm.
Is that what you're going to bargain your life on?
I'm bargaining.
Forensic Files says that you got to have a DNA match.
Yeah.
Really?
Wait.
Really, Isabella? Does that make any goddamn sense to you?
Isabella. Stop calling me Isabella. I'm
That's your name.
No, it's not.
It is too.
Hey, G, I swear to God, bro, I can't take this shit serious. Nigga threw the pin. Yes, it is. Yo, get this bitch ass nigga out of here. Boy, I would not take this nigga serious, boy. I cannot take this nigga serious. Boy, I swear to God, what?
No, it isn't.
Throwing a pin is completely inappropriate. No matter how frustrated he may be.
How long you been at it?
Without
Like
the
3 hours,
detective
my
is
nigga.
yelling, cussing, and berating
Hell
her,
no.
there's a chance Isabella could have a case for how verbally abusive the interrogation is.
We have been so patient with you, giving
Yo,
you every
G, I
opportunity.
can't take this
Oh my
nigga
God,
serious. This nigga
please don't.
Oh, are you
stupid
getting
as hell.
upset? Are you getting upset?
You would. If this happened to you.
You make me upset.
Oh, I haven't done anything to you.
Oh, I didn't even
Lied.
listen to it, gang. I'm
Continually
finna listen to his shit after
over
this
and
video, gang. I
over
didn't even
and
listen to the
over
song
today.
yet.
You
I just
wasted
looked
our
this shit up.
time.
I'm finna listen to his shit after this shit,
You
Jay.
were
I got
wasting
you.
my time. I didn't.
No,
After this
Your
video.
time means nothing from this point
Yo, this
forward.
nigga sound like her
Your
daddy,
time is
boy.
counted in minutes, hours, and days that you're going to be spent or will be spent behind bars, looking out into a prison cell.
The detectives are at their wits' end with Isabella, who appears to be in no hurry to confess the truth, perhaps because they've done such a horrible job with this interrogation.
Shit, I don't blame her.
And
At
as
this
we
point.
continue with Ryan's interview, a terrifying revelation makes its way into the
All
light,
right, talk to me.
proving that Isabella may have just been a ticking time bomb waiting to go off.
But my wife was just on pins and needles because of all that had happened around Isabella the last couple of days.
Okay. So has it seemed like things have gotten worse in the last few days between Isabella and her mom?
With what you told me, yes. With what she told me, yes.
And
It
that's
has gotten
what she
worse.
told you was the statement she had made?
The cursing at her and spitting in her face.
Okay.
And the email she wrote to that ended up in my wife's hands said something about you will pay or you've been cursed.
Yo.
And your wife found that email today?
Stay
Today
away from
about,
spiritual bitches.
I remember she showed it to me. It came in, I think, about 2:42, something
You
like
feel
that.
me?
Before the officer
Got that
showed up.
emphasis, crystal
was
right here.
from
Isabella?
Yo.
From Isabella, but she marked it to a Cecilia. It was kind of funny. She
That
sent it to my
emphasis
wife,
crystal.
but she made it out to Cecilia.
That motherfucker right here.
Ryan states
I'm a spiritual
that neither
nigga,
he
but I ain't no
nor his
crazy
wife
spiritual
knew
nigga.
anyone by the name of Cecilia. But Yoon-mi was absolutely horrified by the disturbing email.
You will pay.
What's your impression of her as a...
She is very hot-tempered.
Hot temper, okay.
Very hot-tempered person. It doesn't, and she runs her mouth.
What this about? Hey,
crazy.
gang. You see? When the insane teen killer makes detective snap, gang. On Photo Grade. By my nigga Explore with us.
That.
Pretty much this girl stabbed her mama like
She-
79 times. And she's pretty much being
Seems
delusional and shit. And trying to act like she didn't do it, like, oh, y'all got the wrong person and shit. And I guess the detectives, you know, they getting frustrated with her and shit. And the detectives, they doing a horrible job at, you feel me, that, like, trying to get a confession on her. And it's crazy overall.
Depressed.
Man. It's crazy.
I would have to say, she seems horribly depressed
Okay.
about her life
This a stepfather.
and blames
right
her mom for her misery. The only thing I can say is over the past couple weeks, Isabella has been very angry with her mom. Just a lot of anger. A lot of cussing, cursing, just a lot of anger.
Has something prompted that as far as you know of?
Well, I mean, sometimes my wife she's pretty strong-minded, and she would tell Isabella, no, you shut up, you get out. Or,
Okay.
you know, it would go back and forth
Right.
like that. So I'm sure Isabella took those things to heart.
Ryan recalls a previous incident he had with Isabella that provides a glimpse into just how quickly her temper could flare. Around 5 years ago, Isabella
Bitch
went
hit.
down to the basement of the home to retrieve a fan that belonged to Ryan. When he didn't let her take the item, she supposedly retaliated with violence and allegedly punched Ryan in the face.
Damn.
Interestingly, Isabella is presenting as the complete opposite in the interrogation to how she's described by Ryan. But Isabella's reign of terror would not end here, as there was something much more sinister that would inevitably unleash itself in the most sickening way possible.
You committed a heinous... Okay, you're going to go to prison for that.
No.
You're not getting out of jail anytime soon.
No.
Okay?
I didn't.
And the fact that you can sit there with that stupid goddamn look on your face makes me sick. It makes
Yo,
me
get this
physically
nigga out the
sick to
room.
look
I
at
did a
you.
DNA test that would prove me right.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
Why are you
Don't tell me how to do my job.
I haven't done anything to you.
You've come in here tried to fucking act like you're so goddamn smart.
What do you mean?
You're putting your life in your hands today, my friend.
I'm putting
Think about
in
it.
my
Oh,
hands.
this nigga.
That doesn't make any sense. Stabbing someone 151 times takes a long time. Wouldn't the police come before, like, whoever did it would be done?
Isabella, please.
How long,
Okay.
how long
Do
does
you,
it
do you
take?
think we're stupid?
I'm not Isabella.
Do you think we're stupid?
I am not Isabella.
Do you?
I'm not
Answer my
Isabella.
question.
I don't think.
Do him and I look stupid?
I'm not insulting you.
Do we look stupid?
No.
Do you think we believe your story? Do you think we believe your story? Do you
You're
think
not
we
acting
believe
like
it?
it. No.
No, we don't believe your story. What does that tell you? We'll get to the bottom of this.
Yeah. You are a cold-blooded killer, and you're going to go to prison.
Man, you can't send somebody to prison if the DNA test doesn't match.
Oh.
You know
Like
that.
I said, we don't even need DNA to prove this case.
You do.
No, we don't.
DNA is everything. You can't say, oh, this girl murdered somebody and we found another girl in a similar
was an
location
eyewitness.
that looks similar to her, so we're going to blame her because we can't find her. And we look bad because we can't find the murderer of this woman, so we're going to blame it on an innocent person, a little girl who still has her whole life ahead of her.
No, you don't.
You're gonna ruin
you don't
my
have your
life?
life in front of you.
You're going to ruin my whole life because I have some random crazy
Your
bitch who
life
looks like me.
ended last night when you
No,
walked
I
out of that.
didn't.
When you walked into that bed.
I did
bathroom.
not
Let me
kill
finish.
anybody.
While stating, I did
I did
not
not
kill
kill
anybody,
anybody.
she awkwardly rubs her chin. And then her following hand motions don't match up with her words. This is a red flag that her anxiety is showing, and her brain is not matching up with her statements.
Your life ended last night when you decided to go kill your mother. Because everything you do from now on is what the police and the government tell you to do.
This is all on camera, right? The United
Yeah.
States does have some sort
It's
of...
right there.
This is not Who Framed Roger Rabbit, okay? The DNA is not going to come back and match because we're not the same person. Nobody's trying to frame me or anything. You got the wrong girl. You made a genuine mistake. People make mistakes. It's okay. I'm not mad at you.
Isabella is turning the tables, now minimizing what she claims to be his mistake. Perhaps Forensic Files prepares people better for interrogation than some police departments. It's interesting to note that the officer appears to have corporal stripes on his left sleeve, yet he looks to be of at least middle age or older. For someone of that age to not have risen above that rank can speak silent volumes.
If I knew somebody killed their mother or stabbed
So
him
pretty much this
151
nigga
times, I'd be out
ass.
to get him too.
Hell
The
no.
detective is speechless, but no matter what Isabella says, there's no debating that she was the one to commit the crime. However, the case is far from over, and a most shocking revelation will soon make its
Come
way
on, my
into
nigga,
the
get to
light,
it. You keep saying that
flipping
shit.
the investigation straight on its head.
You keep making random accusations, but
Oh, I'm
if
not
the
making
DNA
random accusations about
if the
nothing.
DNA
I'm accusing
doesn't
you of killing
match-
your mother.
if the DNA doesn't match, you can't keep me here, and
You
it will
stabbed
not
your mother
match.
to death.
It will not match. This girl stabbed her mother to death. She is not me.
That's you.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. And I'm really
Yes.
fucking angry that you ruined my fucking shitty day and made it even worse.
Well, welcome to the rest of your fucking life.
You guys are really mean.
Yeah.
No, we're not. We just don't like being lied to.
I'm not lying to you. And you know it too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The detectives inform Isabella that they're going to have someone come to the station to identify her, but she responds, stating that she wishes to see her boyfriend Gabriel. However, they disregard her request.
What were you worried about last night?
Because I want to know where you spent the night.
In a fucking park.
In a park with a little red slide. I got all that. Someplace in Denver, but you don't know what street you're on?
No. I don't even know the fucking streets in Ohio. This place is even more confusing.
Let's get all mad about it.
Why?
Thought I asked
Of
a
course
simple
I'd be
question.
mad. What if someone did this to you? That's a terrible thing to do.
What is?
Accusing the wrong person and pointing a gun at him.
I didn't point a gun
Gabriel
at
is still waiting for me. I know.
you. He didn't
is.
point a gun at you.
Some bunch of other men did. Like 5 men just out of nowhere. Get down on the ground or we're gonna shoot you. We're gonna tase you. Do you realize how terrified I was?
Have you ever had guns pointed at you before by the police?
No. This is the fucking scariest day of my fucking life.
Scariest day of your life.
Still in my
Having your mom hurt you is one thing. Having the police confront you with
Hey,
guns
gang
and saying they're gonna
side.
tase you and you're a fucking murderer, you to this, you to that,
This
you
shit's
stabbed a bitch
stupid
151
anyway.
times. Yeah, that's fucking terrifying.
You stabbed
To think
a
that I
bitch.
might or you would even consider sending the wrong person to jail.
Isabella shows a bit of doubt here, stating to think that I might. For a moment here, there's a glimpse into her wondering if her world is real. Whatever her brain has done to protect her from the trauma of the terrible thing that she has
starting to
done,
break.
she's doubting it now and almost lets it slip. However, she cuts the sentence off and holds on tighter to her delusions to avoid facing what she's done.
We would never call
Forever.
anybody that got stabbed 151 times a bitch. We never said that.
That was your
I was
word.
calling her a bitch. Isabella.
Hmm?
Are you confused?
A little. You
I'm
said
confused
stabbed
too.
a bitch 151 times was your statement.
I understand this.
That was your statement.
I'm so upset. I don't understand this shit. Maybe I'm just too upset and I'm fucking saying shit backwards. I don't know. This has been a really bad day.
Isabella claims to have run away from her home in Ohio, where she took a bus to Colorado. Not only that, but her supposed boyfriend Gabriel is apparently waiting for her at the French Quarter apartment complex as they speak. Once again, the detectives aren't entertained, and instead bring Robert, Isabella's father, into the interrogation room.
Who's that?
That's my baby.
Oh,
Sir, do you recognize this?
Who are you?
Hey, Robert, why don't you come on back out here for a second? Do you recognize her?
Yeah, she's my daughter.
What's her name?
Isabella
Isabella. What's her last name?
Guzman.
Isabella Guzman. Okay. This photograph here. Is that photograph? Is that your daughter there?
Yeah.
Okay.
damn.
And this is your daughter here.
Yeah.
I mean, no shit, yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and we'll sleep back here and then we'll see about coming back for the phone.
Okay.
Falling back there.
Is he insane? Does she have like a crazy family? Like a completely crazy family? Is that why she's psychotic and killed her mom? My name is Samantha. Who's that man?
It's impossible to know if Isabella is delusional or if she knows she's making stuff up and lying.
You be surprised
However,
with
if
these
someone
crazy
is
ass
faking,
souls,
they
right?
will break the lie, especially an adolescent. They just can't keep it up that long. It may be hard to believe, but the chances are that she's really this delusional.
So we're all hanging and that man's insane? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. He probably is insane. Why don't you do more research on this fucking girl?
Do you think that it was just a coincidence, another coincidence, that that gentleman came down here tonight?
I'm not Isabella. I am
Okay.
Samantha.
Isabella, that's your father. Okay? He's your biological father. We know that. That's the
That's
reason.
Isabella's dad. I'm not Isabella.
Isabella.
Stop calling me Isabella. My name is
That's the reason
Samantha.
we asked him to come down here. Okay? Like I told you, we were trying to do everything in our power to verify who you are. Okay?
You know what?
This whole thing with Samantha, I
It
think,
seems like
can go
total
out the
sense to
window
me. It
because
seems like total sense to me that a girl who stabbed her mom 151 times probably has a completely mentally ill family. And he probably thinks that I'm her or something because we look similar. Man, you're making my life hell.
really,
Yes. Please.
that's your big concern right
Take
now.
me to French Quarter so I can see Gabriel.
That's your big concern is how your life is.
Yes.
Do you not have
He
any?
is not my father.
Do you not have any concern for how his life is?
No, who
So
the fuck
is
is
it
he?
Greenland? I'm
His
finna
fucking
do that right
problems are
now.
not my own.
Okay. Do you not have any concern for?
That's
your,
my
your
baby.
mother?
God, do you know how creepy that is?
Do you not have any concern about that?
I think that's really fucking terrible. Yeah. You should never
Your
kill
only
your mom.
concern is about you. Through this whole
This is
thing.
my life.
Yeah.
My life. Her life is not connected with mine. Why the fuck do we
We've
have
been
to
trying to
look
tell
alike?
you all along that this is about your life because this is about your life. This is an opportunity for you to try to make sense or help
Oh,
us make
Denmark.
sense. of
Oh,
what
so
happened
you from
last night.
Denmark, gang?
Isabella once again
Shout out
tries
Denmark.
to reason
That's where
with the
Greenland's
detectives,
from. Okay,
but what
Denmark.
she fails to
I ain't know that.
understand is that she's
I'm a
only
dumbass
digging
nigga.
herself into a deeper hole.
If you ain't know
you seem
somebody, I'm
like
a
nice
dumbass
person who made
nigga.
a genuine mistake. I'm not mad at you.
Shout out
Please
Denmark.
just do the
No,
DNA
listen
test.
to me. You have no business judging me. Okay?
What do you
do
mean?
not judge me. Do not tell me I'm a nice person.
He's not my
Just made
dad.
Not tell me
57,000 people
Anything
mad.
like that makes me mad. Okay?
What do you mean? Why? Because I ain't know where Greenland was at?
We're doing everything we can to try
Hey,
to
look,
give you an
gang. You
opportunity.
feel me? It'd be
If
like
you
that.
continue to just sit here and
Tell them Denmark people I'm sorry. I ain't
dick
mean
us
to.
around, I think
I fuck with
we're-
y'all niggas.
we're-
what?
we're done
From
being-
Chicago to Denmark.
we're done being pleasant.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Greenland.
Life is hard.
From Chicago to
Typically,
Greenland.
when a detective mentions an opportunity, they then expand on this by showing what this opportunity is going to do for her. However, they don't do that with Isabella,
Oh,
essentially never giving her a good reason to
Oh,
confess.
damn.
Well, we know.
From Chicago to Greenland. Fuck Denmark.
Is that your father?
Can I say that too? I don't know. If not so, my fault. But you feel me? Shout out Greenland
I'm
though.
not going to prison for the rest of my life after
Greenland,
this, so please take me back
Yo, what
to
the
Canada.
fuck about? Yo, let me
I
shut
think
up.
you're going to feel a whole lot better if you just tell us what happened.
But shout out Greenland though.
This may be the first time the detectives display a more professional attitude.
If you get this off your chest, give you an opportunity to feel better about what you did.
Isabella, bitch. She's ruining my whole fucking life.
Oh.
Isabella, there's more people we could bring in.
Stop calling me Isabella.
We could bring your boyfriend in.
Oh.
What boyfriend?
We could bring your
What
stepfather in.
boyfriend?
Oh, we know their names. We've talked to them.
In reality, Isabella's supposed boyfriend Gabriel would turn out to be a complete fabrication.
Wow,
However,
shocking.
Isabella did have a boyfriend, or an ex for that matter. Detectives sat down with 22-year-old Ilya Abramov, also known as Tony, who was just as shocked at the horrific crime. But what authorities didn't expect was that the young man may have been concealing a secret of his own that also involved 18-year-old Isabella. Apparently, their relationship ended over a week before Yunmi's death, after 3 years together.
Shit,
But
I
that
feel
wouldn't
bad
be
for
the
that nigga.
last of their encounters. Tony states that a couple days before August 28th, he returned to Isabella's house to drop off some of her belongings. However, when Isabella opened the door, she was furious and tried to attack him with a golf
What the
club,
fuck?
though it's unclear if Tony was injured. Apparently, the couple had parted ways because Isabella believed that Tony was cheating on her with their friend, Kathy.
Oh.
Though he asserts that this never happened, Isabella was enraged.
Okay, so did you go to the house on the day that this happened? Wednesday. You weren't there at all that day? Somebody saw you there that day. Her stepdad said you came by the house, walked in the house, and went upstairs and had to get some stuff.
Oh yeah, I grabbed my stuff from the closet. I
Okay,
didn't
so you-
see her though,
So you were there that day.
but I didn't see
You
her.
didn't see her. Where was she at?
I don't know.
Okay. So when you go to the house that day, what time is it when you go there then?
I think it was around 5.
So 5 in the afternoon?
Yes.
Tony says that he tried to call Isabella. When he didn't receive an answer, he walked in the house. He remembers seeing Ryan, but they didn't speak
He's
to each
quiet as
other.
fuck. That nigga really
Tony
is
made his way
quiet.
to Isabella's room, grabbed some of his clothes, and left the house, all without seeing his ex-girlfriend. But there may be more to the story than he's letting on.
Why do you want to come
Oh,
to the
God,
police
so this
station and
nigga
start
protecting
lying to the
her ass
detectives?
too, great.
Yeah, what's your deal? You went to her house twice that day.
Orange flag? Shit, no, more like
You
a
in the
red
morning?
flag.
She chased you away with the golf club, and then you went back that afternoon.
Tony has just confessed to another lie, where he had previously stated that his violent interaction with Isabella happened prior to the day of the killing.
Okay.
Now the detective is more suspicious than ever. But the topic of conversation suddenly shifts to Isabella and her home life, where Tony divulges some shocking information. Apparently, Isabella had at one point mentioned to Tony that Yunmi allegedly tried to poison her, along with their dogs. She apparently became very sick after eating something from the fridge, and claimed she'd smelled an odor of bleach emanating from the dog's water bowl. Although these accusations have never been confirmed,
What the fuck?
Tony confesses that he has never witnessed a physical altercation between Isabella and her family members, but rather verbal arguments between she and her mom.
Bleach, yeah.
And last but most disturbing, Isabella supposedly disclosed another alleged incident where Yunmi apparently poked herself in the back of her head with scissors, reportedly stating that she wished for she and Isabella to die together.
Huh? Oh.
But
Oh.
the detective isn't buying the claims and continues his efforts to untangle the web of lies.
Oh,
Although
okay. So that's a
poorly.
lie. Okay.
Yeah, that's the
Alright,
really
alright,
bad
okay,
part
so I guess
for
that's
you.
what I
You
was
just
finna
turned
say,
18
yo,
a few months
what?
ago, so you're gonna go to prison
Okay.
Forever.
She fucking Isabella. Stop calling her Isabella, please.
Isabella.
Isabella has completely shut down. She's closed off and as close to the fetal position as she can get while staying in her chair. Her level of anxiety at this point is astronomical.
Don't bring that crazy man back in here, please. So what's the deal? Why the fuck did that guy say that he's my father?
Really? Come on now. You know why. He is your father.
You? No.
He's sitting in the next room over here, okay? And he's in tears because he wants to know what the hell is going on with his kid.
That's not
Nah,
my
it had
fault.
worse.
That's his.
Okay?
Hey, gang. Like I said, hey.
Well, yeah, I
all
guess
my
when
people
you're
that
just a
go that
selfish,
have like real
callous,
bad anxiety, my nigga, just know
heartless
I'm here
person
for
like
you, alright,
yourself.
gang?
Why are you
you
insulting
would have
Because
no,
trust me, I
you
done
would
had
have
my
no
times with
feelings
anxiety,
whatsoever
folks.
for your
And
own
you
mother.
right,
Why are you insulting
Jonas. That
me?
shit
Clearly,
is
you have
not
no
fun,
feelings for your own
folks.
mother. So I don't know why I would be at all
Anxiety
surprised.
is not
Yeah,
fucking
Isabella.
fun. When the
But yeah,
attacks
he's
kick in,
wondering
too.
why his own
Yes,
daughter, his own
I'm
flesh and
thinking
blood
At
would.
10, damn,
There
at
always
10?
have
that
been.
way. But you know, I just found out
Always
something
will
different.
be.
You want to hear what I found out?
What?
Okay. You were at H Mart today? Yes?
Yeah, some fucking Asian market. I stopped by there on the way because I needed fucking pads.
Can you sit up, please, so I can hear you? Stop talking into your knees.
I stopped by there because I needed some fucking pads. I was hoping somebody
Right.
would be nice enough to let me borrow them, and she actually bought me some shit.
Okay,
Right,
she bought you those
okay.
clothing items right there. An
She didn't
Asian
buy me
lady did.
clothing. The clothes are fucking mine. She bought me the fucking pads and the underwear.
The detectives are in possession of more information than Isabella is aware of, yet she
Second
continues
passed
to
out in the
lie.
kitchen. Damn,
That
gang, what the
is,
fuck
until the
happened?
truth is staring her right in the face.
Funny thing just happened. Somebody called the police department from the H Mart. Guess what? They got video down there.
Oh,
Guess what's on that video?
Me and H Mart because I told you I
Yeah,
was
you
there.
and H Mart.
don't ask.
Because I
Oh,
was
damn.
there.
Okay.
Shit. Was it
Who'd you
that
tell those
bad?
people down there at H Mart happened to you?
A lot of shit
Yeah,
happened.
it
Hey,
No.
if like I
There's
said, if
something
it's some like
You
serious
told
shit, my
something
nigga,
else
I'm just
about
glad you got through that shit. You
Yes, you
feel
did.
me, folk? I'm glad you still here, and I'm glad you got through that shit, my nigga. You feel me?
Sit up.
Yeah, you
Don't
heard that
talk,
nigga
don't
said so.
talk into your knees. It's disrespectful.
Oh,
What did you tell them?
I told him the same shit I told you.
You know, you told them something else too.
Okay, you know what? I told you the truth about who I am because I have to. You are the police. I'm not required to tell the truth about my life to anyone else.
sexual stuff.
Okay.
Oh,
Let me ask
okay,
you a question.
gang. All right, my nigga.
When you went into H Mart today, were you
Like I
covered in
said, my
blood?
nigga, I'm just happy you got through that shit, my nigga. And look,
Oh, yes, you
you
were.
feel me? Stay strong, my nigga. On 4-0. You feel me? Yeah,
You're on
but
the
you ain't
video.
got to talk about that film. You know, if it makes you uncomfortable, my
You went into
nigga.
H Mart and you told
I
them
get
that
it.
you were somebody tried to sexually assault you.
What?
Because I have bleeding hands. And they asked what happened to you.
Mm-hmm.
I have blood all over my hands. Yeah, kind of. I never really got the chance to clean it. I left the
Oh,
stuff in.
hell no.
They gave me some proper Neosporin and shit. I did tell them something because I needed help. Yes, I'm not gonna lie. But I did not tell them about my family and my mom, okay? I did tell them someone tried to beat me. I'm not gonna lie to you because I don't want them to know all about my family. They're not the police. I don't have to tell them who I am. I just needed help. I'm ashamed of who I am. It's better to be the victim than the abused, beaten girl. Yes, I lied to them, okay? But I have not lied to you.
But that's not the story you told us when you sat down here and we asked you about these bags and where you got them and the
Yes, the
circumstances.
clothes are mine.
That's not the story you told us.
The pads they got for me. And they gave me proper bandages.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
not
I'm
the story you told us, okay? Plain and simple, it's
Oh,
not.
this shit
You told us something
Stop.
completely
Oh,
different.
shit. If this game, this shit too much for you, my
You
nigga,
told
you know, you
something
click off the
completely
string, gang. Because this
Did
is
you
crazy
lie?
how they talking about this,
Right?
and you just told me that in the chat. That
Yes, you
time
did.
is crazy. I ain't gonna
That's a
lie.
lie.
Please do the
This shit
DNA
too much, my
test
nigga. You could
and
click
do
off the string. I'm
everything.
telling you, my nigga, because I want, you feel
And
me?
I can
4-0.
be happy
I went mad.
for the first time in my life. That's all I ever
Next.
want. I want a true love like I want in my books.
Oh, shit.
The detectives then confront her with yet another piece of evidence, where they explain that the H Mart video camera shows a bloody Isabella walking into the bathroom.
Yo.
When they checked the contents of the room, they found clothing and bandages, all with large amounts of blood. Isabella only responds by saying that she's being framed for the horrific crime.
Oh.
Stop acting like a victim.
I am a victim.
No, you're not. You're not a victim of anything. The man who's sitting in the room next door who came in here and identified you
He must be
as,
crazy.
as your father is a victim.
He must be crazy.
It would have made more sense that instead of saying she's not a victim, they could have played into her saying she was mistreated by her mom to
True.
minimize the crime and make
True.
it less morally reprehensible, and therefore
Facts.
more likely that she confesses.
That's the only
Okay?
answer I can think
Your
of.
stepfather, Ryan, is a victim.
He must be
Okay?
crazy.
Your mother, who is now lying
None of
down in
those
the
people
coroner's
are my
office in
family
Arapahoe
members.
County.
I don't understand how you think I'm her. It's obviously not her.
No, we're not even going there anymore. It's not. We're not debating the fact that it's not you. We just want to know why you did it.
That's not up for argument.
I can't go to prison.
You're going to prison.
No.
Yeah.
It really seems as though they think they can just bully her into confessing.
I didn't do it.
You did a horrible thing. We want to know why.
Isabella did a horrible thing. Stop calling me her name.
The detectives once again question Isabella about the reason behind such a gruesome act of violence.
How long had you been planning to
Brainless.
stab your mother and kill her? Was it something that just cropped up, or were you planning on doing it for
What
a
you
while?
used to live in America, gang?
I really hope you fucking find Isabella.
Did your mother say anything to
I
you?
hope I don't fucking end
when
up
you
in
started
prison and then
attacking
you
her?
find Isabella instead. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, Samantha.
But
You
sure.
found me.
Oh, okay.
We've given you all
I
the
thought my life was going to
opportunities.
be better when I ran away. I guess that's only going to get worse. I'll probably get fucking in prison too, because I'm pretty.
Oh.
Isabella has said multiple times how pretty she is, and this could be a sign of her having narcissistic tendencies. However, it's just as interesting that she switches to show anger and aggression here. When she
shit don't
realizes
happen.
she's
Yeah,
not going to
shit,
get
I already
away
know,
and that her
folk.
story isn't going to work, she starts acting like the Isabella that her stepdad described.
Okay.
It makes you wonder about the veracity of her delusions.
I don't
Okay.
think you're pretty.
That's mean.
Damn,
I
nigga.
don't think you are either.
Isabella turns her body towards the corner of the room and begins to cry.
Oh.
Likely not for her deceased mother, but rather the fact that she cannot escape the ensuing consequences.
Oh. Damn. That's tough.
It's going to be dark soon. When are the DNA tests going to come back? I don't want to walk around in the dark.
You're going to jail. You're not going anywhere else.
Man, fuck you.
Well, that's the way it's going to be.
Just called her.
We're gonna have the jail nurse come over, have a look at the
Okay.
Nigga said you not pretty. I don't think so.
bill to talk there.
She's probably go to the hospital. She's probably in that one.
Yeah, we're just trying to make
You're not going
Save
to
a
fucking
step.
jail.
Yeah. So I'm sorry.
You're not going to fucking jail unless you fucking Photoshop my fucking eyes.
Okay. Give us a couple
Do you
minutes.
see her fucking face? She has fucking brown eyes.
Okay.
I hate you fucking people. All you people fucking suck.
She look
And
alright.
that bitch is probably fucking crazy as shit and she's gonna go kill somebody else. At least we can take some happiness in that.
Why do you think I was being happy?
I'm gonna die, at least you're fucking going down with me.
Oh.
Alrighty. Can you stand up for me? This is for the.
We're gonna go over to the
Oh,
hospital and
I
get your
can't
hands
say
stitched up, okay?
Hey, gang. Look, my standards though.
We're gonna get your
I
hands
wouldn't say I
stitched
got
up.
low
Both of
standards.
them.
I say my standards.
Put your hands behind your back.
You feel me?
Why? Why are
Shit, I done dealt with. The bitches I done dealt with in my
Okay,
life.
hang on.
Just relax.
Ugh.
What's taking the fucking DNA test on her?
Because it hasn't been 6 to 8 months yet, like I told you.
Oh.
I hate you.
I know.
I saw.
I
hate you.
Samantha.
Right to the end, Isabella refuses to acknowledge her
You really gotta
real
be
identity,
together and not like
though there
you.
may be an explanation behind her
Hey,
sheer
yeah.
roller coaster of a story.
Nigga just so pretty much
After
any
being
girl come your
charged
way,
with the
gang, you just
first-degree
on
murder of her
ass.
own mother,
Okay.
authorities still had one unanswered question.
What is it?
Why? But they would have their long-awaited reasons soon enough.
Tell me.
As it turns out, Isabella was suffering from schizophrenia. She
Shocking.
experienced delusions
Shocking.
for years.
I definitely didn't
But
see
in a
that
shocking
coming. Like, come on,
revelation, the teenager was supposedly hearing voices and
Oh,
asserted that
fuck.
Yoon Mi was
Here
not her
come the
mother,
voice
but
shit.
rather a woman named Cecilia. Had she not taken Cecilia's life, Isabella believed that the world would come to an end. Because of this, she was found not guilty by reason of insanity and transported to the Colorado Mental Health Institute at Pueblo. However, in 2020, 7 years after the brutal killing, Isabella claimed that she was ready to be released, stating, "I was not myself when I did that, and I have since been restored to full health." In 2021, she was granted permission to leave the facility for therapy, in which she must wear a GPS tracker. However, there's no telling when or if she will ever be permanently released, or if her visits outside the facility will be limited only to therapy sessions.
Yo. I mean, what you mean you mean? Look, dang. I get, hey, fuck it. IWV, man, y'all explore with us. That was fucking crazy. Yeah, that was,